Tonight, Supernanny rescues the Carsley family.
Hi.
If you think one set of twins was hard work, think twice. She's got two. This mom has double the trouble and more. Chantel, this 7-year-old, is spinning out of control.
Oh, Mom is pretty.
Chantel!
Driving this single mom
You let me in.
to the brink of a breakdown.
I'm really, really stressed and really, really tired. That is not okay.
As mom tries to deal with this path of destruction,
Do not hit me.
will Joe have what it takes to control this unruly mob?
Yo, fuck. I don't like Supernanny.
Or will they run the two of them out of town?
My mom's a big, poopy butt.
Let's take a look and see what family we've got here.
My name's Cheryl Carsley. I'm a single mom with 5 kids, divorced,
Not okay. You guys stop fooling around.
and I'm also going back to school, trying to get my teacher certificate. I have a daughter, Chantel, who's 7, and 2 sets of twin boys, Caleb and Nicholas, who are 5, and Bobby and Elijah, who are 4.
5 children. This woman's got her hands full.
I didn't pop my hand. Let go of it. Let go of it.
Chantel wants to do what Chantel wants to do.
You're getting out.
Chantel will throw tantrums.
Let go.
She'll hit and kick. Do not hit me.
No.
The 5 of them together have a mob mentality. They talk rudely to me.
Then don't do that again.
They hit me.
This is ridiculous.
They just do not listen.
In bed.
One of me, 5 of them. You do the math. I only have 2 arms.
Hey, guys. Hey.
The house is constantly a mess. They write on the walls. They break things.
What are these children doing?
This is not how I want to live. This house feels constantly out of control, disaster. I come home and I want to leave,
Oh, Mum is having a nightmare.
but I'm trying as hard as I can and nothing seems to work.
And now I hate you.
I need to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'll put this in.
No! Don't touch it!
Please, Supernanny, come to my house and tell me how that I can get in control of 5 children.
You could definitely do with another pair of hands. I'm on my way. Hi. Nice to meet you. Joe.
I'm Cheryl.
Hello. What's your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jojo. Hi. And what's your name?
Chantal.
Pleased to meet you, Chantel.
When I first arrived, I got bombarded by 5 children,
And what's your name?
Bobby.
all kind of excited to see me.
I'm Lydia.
Elijah.
You're Elijah. And who are you?
I'm Caleb.
Caleb the superhero.
Joe walks into my house and the kids really seemed to like her, how cute and funny she seemed.
I'm here today to observe the family. I know that you've got issues that need to be addressed, and we'll get to the bottom of those.
Okay.
So just feel free to carry on as you normally would.
As soon as I walked in, all those smiles and giggles I saw disappeared rather quickly. The kids were just roughhousing and throwing things that just so got out of control.
That is not okay. That is not okay. That is not okay. Joe got to see what I'm facing every day. They're fighting and they're yelling and screaming.
No!
Do not scream at me. And the disrespect.
Stop, Elijah. 5 kids, 5 personalities, 5 individuals, 1 mum.
Cheryl? What's happening now?
We're gonna have lunch now.
Oh, you're gonna have lunch now? OK. Mum hadn't even got the food on the table and the fireworks went off again.
Don't eat they are not wet. Don't you want me to do this? You want me to do this?
Nicholas and Elijah were fighting together. Mum had to play referee and pull them apart.
Stop! There is only me.
That's not OK.
I have to be the mean one. I have to be the nice one.
It was back and forth for Cheryl, but the boys continued fighting, and Mum just couldn't put an end to it.
You know, my head's going like this because
I'm sure it is.
you know,
I'm sure
like
it is.
Stop, Nicholas! That is not okay! Fine. Do I have to be the one that's yelling nonstop?
It's open the matter.
I don't want to feel negative all day.
Cheryl went in and separated the boys, but nothing got resolved, and the chaos just continued.
I'm stressed. I'm really, really stressed and really, really tired.
Is your head above water or is it under?
I feel like I'm just barely like...
Mommy!
It depends on the day. It depends on the day, really.
I want my tubes. Bobby!
Cheryl was clearly stressed out, so I just pulled her away from the boys to have a talk with her. Why do you think they hit one another?
Just sometimes they seem really angry.
Do you know why they're angry?
Because there's not enough of me to go around. They don't get enough attention. Any of that makes sense?
All of it does. Cheryl's totally overwhelmed with this situation, and she just doesn't know which way to turn. What is the toughest challenge for you, being a mother?
You know, I've got 5 that don't get enough of me. And it's really hard to, when I don't have enough time in the day for anything.
Trying to put 48 hours into a 24-hour day.
Right. I'm a single mom, and with that means that I'm responsible for everything in the household. It's hard.
There's a lot to deal with and a
Yeah.
lot to maintain.
And then after I get them to bed, I still have to get everything ready for the next day, get lunches made, get whatever, and then do my homework.
I admire Cheryl. She's trying to raise her children the best way she possibly can and go to college. That's not an easy task.
How are we gonna make it happen?
We. Exactly what we're going to do.
We?
Yeah, together.
You're moving in?
I'll tell you what, if necessary, I will.
Coming up on Supernanny, Joe gets a tour of the disaster zone,
Joe needs a shovel, look, to clear the pathway.
and Chantel's temper boils over
Chantel!
when Supernanny returns.
As I walked around the house, I just saw that Cheryl had completely lost control. Mess everywhere? Is this common? I mean, is this throughout the whole house? Jojo needs a shovel, look, to clear the pathway. I wasn't pleased with what I saw in Cheryl's house. There's writing all over the walls. You didn't have any more paper?
Yeah. Chantal did this.
That means all of you draw on the walls, right? There are books that have been disregarded and just thrown on the floor. Somebody's kind of tornadoed that area.
Yeah, I know. Everything is everywhere. That's what my house looks like. It's true.
Torn paper on the floor, sellotape, mess, dirt, food for the squirrels. Kitchen's no better. But they've just got no respect for the home in which they live in. Who clears up all of this?
I will. You pick up your game? Please pick it up. I feel like I'm trying as hard as I can to keep this house as organized and as clean as possible, and this is still what it looks like.
Definitely need some organisation here. You're getting dinner ready for the kids.
That's what I'm doing right now, yeah.
I'm not eating dinner.
Chantel wasn't hungry, and she was making sure that Mum heard all about it.
Well, what happened last night when you didn't eat dinner?
I'm hungry.
You were hungry and you didn't get anything to eat. That wasn't fun, was
I
it?
don't care about this.
Stop!
I don't want this for dinner.
Jeez, that's not okay! Chantel!
You could have just burned yourself. It was so dangerous. Chantal nearly put a pot of boiling water all over herself.
I know a lot of what motivates their behavior is lack of attention. They only have one person to care for them. Yes, this is like the fits and stop. Yeah. This is why I can't go take her, do anything special with her. You need to go sit until you cool off, okay?
Shelter, my mom's a big, poopy butt.
Her behavior has been just so out of control that I feel bad for her. Like she's not getting enough, but at the same time, I feel like I try even more because she's not a twin. This is definitely where I have no clue.
After Chantal calmed down,
Come and sit with me for a minute.
I asked her to have a little chat with me so I could find out exactly what was going on in that little girl's head.
What's it like living in the same house as 4 brothers?
Well, they always fight. They're always not behaving, too.
Really?
I always wish to have a sister.
You wish you had a sister?
Yeah, because I have these brothers and they have, brothers and stuff they get to play with and have real fun. I want to have a sister, but I just got bored like that.
Do you ever get time alone with Mummy to do things?
My mama picks me up at school,
Yeah.
but she just goes to the store.
Chantal needs her mum's time. She needs to be heard, to be listened to, and she needs her mum to be that steady rock for her to be able to build her self-confidence. What would be really good for Mummy to do when you're with her?
Go to a restaurant.
Go to a restaurant. What's your favourite food?
Cinnamon roll.
I'm seeing 5 children fight for mum's time and attention at a crucial and critical time of their life. And at the moment, this household is pandemonium, and I really do need to speak to Cheryl.
Getting ready for the family meeting, and I'm nervous, a little scared. I'm sure there's a million things I'm doing wrong.
Cheryl, you are a determined woman and a very hard-working one. You told me how you're studying, and I admire your strength in being able to do this and raise 5 children, and that's a handful. So I've got to say to you, a 10 out of 10 effort for really juggling between what you want to do as an individual and as a mother as well, because it's not easy. But are you enjoying being a mother at the moment?
You really gonna make me answer that? No, it's not always fun.
You love your kids, so why shouldn't you as a mother enjoy that role? But it's not happening. I walk into your home and what I see is chaos. Everything around you is like you've been swept up in a tornado. And it's just, boom, landed back down in your sitting room in your home.
Well, it's sort of like you say, my whole life's a tornado. Actually, it's the way it feels.
You have to be organised when you've got 5 kids, Cheryl. There's no 2 ways about it. The writing on the walls, they're not 2 years old.
Even my 7-year-old still writes on the walls sometimes.
That's what I mean. Not only am I seeing this big lack of respect for their home, what I'm seeing is aggression, okay? They're not expressing how they are feeling and communicating correctly. Let's talk about discipline, Cheryl. How are you disciplining the children so that you can teach them consequences for how they behave?
I guess I've gotten to a point where I don't know how to follow through with consequences all the time.
Not only are we talking about the boys here and their aggression, let's talk about Chantal. What she doesn't have is your time. And so she constantly tries to get your attention in a negative way. Now, I don't doubt you love your children. And I know, by watching you, that you go out on a limb to be able to provide for them the best that you can. But you know the best thing that you can give your kids? Is your time. It's your attention. And each one of them crave it. And they crave it because it's not there consistently. And that's what we need to achieve here, all right? And the one thing that I feel that you've lost along the way is hope.
It's hard to hear that you're having a negative effect on the people you care the most about. That every day that you're waking up, you're trying to do the very best you possibly can for the ones you love, and you're not accomplishing that.
So, are you ready for some hard work? This doesn't give you a graduation at the end, but I tell you what, it's life rewarding. Are you ready for that?
Definitely.
Okay, so let's get to work.
Coming up on Supernanny, Joe gets mom to clean up her act. But Chantel questions Joe's rules.
Chantel.
How does this make this special time with you hitting me?
When Supernanny returns. But first, a tip from Supernanny.
As a single parent, having a current list of people to look after your children in case of an emergency is a very valuable thing to have. Whether it be a neighbour, someone from church, or even a parent from your kids' school. Having this list is going to take a massive weight off your shoulders in case a situation arises. Cheryl has a routine at the moment, but it's in her head and it does get lost by around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So what I would like to do is to set up a good structured, tight routine for her so that it will give her focus. All right. So we've got our family routine up. What we need to do is to start prioritising what needs to come first, and that's tidying up.
Yeah.
From 6 to 6:30, we're gonna have tidy up time. I wanna give you a hand, and I want to give you a surprise. Cheryl's a mother. She has come out of an emotional divorce and she's in school at the moment, but her head needs decluttering and the home needs a little bit of a tidy up. So I rounded up some neighbours and some friends, and everybody was very willing to be able to lend a hand.
When I saw the people at the door, I was surprised, of course. I was extremely surprised. But at the same time, I was like thinking, embarrassed. I don't want these people to come into my home. It's so embarrassing.
Come in, everyone. I just want you to know that you aren't alone and that there are people here that understand the situation you're in. What we're going to do is sort this out, get organised, all right, so that we can have a nice, happy environment. All right, let's get going. I love this book. It's one of my favourites.
I know Cheryl was really embarrassed, but I do think it's a vital step in making sure that she can regain that respect for our home again.
No more stuff on the floor. Okay. Nice and tidy, huh? Oh, nice.
And I know she was very happy in the end. Once the children got home from school, it was time for dinner, and boy, were they all wound up.
Okay, Mum. Look what's going on here.
That's not okay. All right?
Chantel, do not drink out the bottle. You can get a cup, okay? And then give them their expectations. Tell them what you want them to do so that you can serve up dinner for them.
Eggs!
Everybody's hungry, right? What did I say? Chantel. Chantel. Chantel.
It was complete anarchy. They were just running rings around Mum.
So you need to take ownership of this. There are times when you're going to have to stand out and be authoritative, all right? So that's what I want the children to start recognising from you.
Enough is enough. This house is crying out for rules. And it's about time I started laying them down. ASAP.
Okay. These are the house rules, okay? If you stick to these house rules and you do what's on these house rules, you earn rewards. Drawing and painting at the table only, nowhere else in the house. If you draw on the walls, that's a no-no.
drawing and painting at table only. These are things that have come out of my mouth a million times.
You can read number 8. What does number 8 say?
Do not talk bad.
Okay, Chantel, I'm going to give you an example of that. I turned around earlier and I said to you, listen to Mummy and you do as you're told. And you said, no, I'm not. And I said, yes, you will.
I really did that?
Yeah. So now you know that's called talking back. All right? So we're not going to do that anymore.
Right. Now, what's the magic fairy dust trick you're going to teach me to get them to follow these rules?
When you stick to those house rules, Mummy sees this behaviour. And when Mummy sees this behaviour, you get rewarded for it.
There's just too much fighting going on in this house. These children need to work together and learn from one another. So I'm introducing the home team technique.
Each person are going to live in one of these houses. And this is how it's going to happen, okay? We've got Bobby and Nicholas in the greenhouse. Caleb and Elijah, you're going to be in the red house. And Chantel and Mummy, you're going to be in the blue house.
I actually thought, how brilliant. This is a good way to get them working together, not necessarily with the one that they would immediately join up with to cause trouble.
Hands up who's in the red house. Hands up who's in the greenhouse. Blue house. Mummy's going to be watching you, okay? And if she sees that the pair of you are behaving very well, she's going to give you a point in your house. The goal of the home team technique is for each house to have 10 tally marks. Now, when you get 10 in your house, you get a chance to spin the dial.
The children's faces lit up. They knew that there were rewards to be achieved and they wanted to get them.
Yay!
Coming up on Supernanny.
You give the children a chore to do.
Joe gives the kids a chance to succeed.
Look, draw for me.
But Chantel is failing the grade.
Do not hit me.
When Supernanny returns. If your family needs Supernanny's help, apply online at www.abc.com or call toll-free 1-877-NANNYTIME.
These children have been on an emotional roller coaster, and so I wanted to give them a discipline that would allow them to reflect about their behaviour.
This is called the thinking pond. When Mummy tells you to do something and you make a choice not to listen and do as you're told, which means you break the house rule, Mummy's going to ask you to come to the thinking pond. This is where you're going to think about what you did wrong so that you know not to do it next time.
I am so ready. Let's turn this around and make this a positive environment and a positive life and a positive family and be happy, not angry.
Ta-da! Look!
Draw for me.
Yeah, you're going to do this with Mummy.
It's very rare that Mum gets to spend time with Chantel alone because the boys are always involved. So I set up a nice time for the girlies to have fun together.
Everything you dropped is going to be yours.
Oh, I see how you are.
I don't want the purple.
Pink, purple, pink, purple. Everything was going great. And then suddenly, Chantel just snapped.
Hey,
Don't. No, that's enough. No. Do not hit me. Hitting is not okay. How does this make this special time with you hitting me?
Chantel. Chantel, that behaviour really isn't acceptable. You don't spit.
Oh, it's so discouraging because that's what's been happening in the past. And I just was hoping that it was going to be different.
Yo, frog.
Turn around, please.
Frog.
And right now, you are a little girl who is behaving not nice.
I don't like Supernanny. She's mean.
If I talk to you, young lady, I expect you to listen. Now, you owe your mother an apology for your behaviour. I'm talking to you, Chantel. I suggest you think about what you've done I would like you to take Chantel to the thinking pond, OK? For her to think about her behaviour.
Oh, Supernanny here.
I do. Now I want you to sit on the thinking pond and think about it.
After Chantel got off the thinking pond, I pulled her aside so that I could have a word with her about her behaviour.
Well, if you want alone time with Mummy, OK, what you've got to do is to make sure that when you are with Mummy, that you treat her nicely.
I definitely knew I'd made that little girl think because she got up from the thinking pond and she apologised.
I'm sorry.
Yeah?
The next thing I needed to do was to get these children involved in helping Mum clean the house. So I introduced the Chore Challenge.
This is how it works. Every week, you give the children a chore to do, OK? And you put their dial, all right, their coloured dial, on the chore that you want them to do. And when it's been achieved, they get a point in their house.
It's a good positive way of being able to give children a chance to succeed.
Mummy is going to decide who's going to do what, all right? Because it's always going to change.
To start it off, there was one chore that they needed to all do together, and that was to get that writing off them walls.
The challenge is set. Let's go. This is awesome. Wasn't any fighting or I want it to be me or any of that. Do you understand what you get for keeping your room clean? A point.
Let's do the point straight away. Caleb's on the red team. Woo! Caleb gets a point. Well done. Well done, Eliza.
Whoa,
Well
good
done.
job.
You've nearly got one brick. Look at the red house here.
Later on in the evening, the boys started to really play rough.
Caleb, I'd like you to go in the kitchen and wait for me, please.
Mum certainly needed to put a stop to that.
It's not Caleb, it's Bobby. Look, Bobby's holding him down. Look.
That's not okay. You need to go sit. You're losing a point, Bobby, and you got to go sit at the thinking pond.
Are you? What's happening then? Take him there. Be direct, okay?
You're supposed to listen to Mommy when I talk to you.
Come down. We'll talk to you. Come down.
I just watched you.
And you think about what you've done and what
You
Mummy's
think about
asked.
all the things that you just did in that living room. Yes, I did.
Bobby was playing up, and Mum had to take a point off of his home team.
Look at Mommy.
But Nicholas got really upset about it.
Everybody, you need to go calm down first. No, calm down first and then talk to me.
Stop for a minute. You're going mad.
Things really started to get heated up, and Mum, before she could deal with it, had to learn to calm down herself.
You're going to have to learn to remain calm. You've got 5 kids. It's something you're going to have to learn to do. See what you're hearing behind you and to the side? Block it so that you can stay focused and channeled on the child at the time that is the priority.
Mommy!
Nicholas, talk to Mummy about how you're feeling. Come down to Nicholas' level.
Bobby being bad and I'm not.
You're going to have to talk to Bobby, okay? Talk to your brother and tell him how important it is.
Nicholas got really upset, but if he learns to encourage Bobby, then they won't lose any more points.
Okay, Chantel, Jojo's going to go home now, so I would love to say goodbye to you and have a big hug.
Joe's leaving, and I've just got to keep reminding myself, follow through, follow through.
Give me a hug.
I can do this. I'm going to make this happen. This is going to work.
Keep up, you all right? Keep it up.
Cheryl's definitely got used to having another pair of hands around, but with 5 children, that woman's got her work cut out for her.
Coming up on Supernanny.
And you don't come and say me until you're ready to say you're sorry to me.
When it comes to discipline, Mom is on the run
Do not hit me.
You're fuming.
until she slams into a reality checkpoint.
God, I'm awful. Oh my God.
When Supernanny returns. But first, a tip from Supernanny.
The first thing many single parents forget about is spending time on you. But you parents need to recharge your batteries. So if you can, find a friend or a relative that can look after your children whilst you take a breather and have some fun. And if you can't, make sure you schedule some downtime so that you've got some energy that will benefit your whole family. For more information, contact abc.com.
Cheryl's got a big challenge ahead of her. I just hope she stays strong.
We're gonna make a scene with our poster paper.
I will make a monkey.
To put in the jungle or to put in the forest?
Bearland.
That's a brilliant idea, Chantal.
hard.
Most important part is that we work together and have fun.
Okay.
That's terrific. Great fun at family time.
I was using that one and this one.
Make a character?
Yep.
Excellent.
The kids are absolutely loving this.
I like the way everybody's nicely talking to one another and working well together. Raise your hand if you had fun doing that activity.
That's great to see. But I hope it all lasts.
Do not hit me. You do not hit me. You're gonna go sit on the thinking pond.
Don't get mad. Stay calm. Remember, you're the one in control.
Sit here and think about why we don't hurt people and you don't come and see me until you're ready to say you're sorry to me.
Cheryl, that's not the way.
Go. You go sit on the thinking pond and you don't come back until you're ready to tell me you're sorry.
Why are you running from him? Now it's a game.
No, I do not want to talk to you.
What happened to the thinking pond? Be consistent.
I want to earn a point. I got 0.
Then look at your chore challenge. What does it say?
Mom, can I vacuum?
Yeah, make sure the floor is cleared up first.
It's great to see Chantal using the chore challenge.
Why are you doing it like that, though? Wouldn't it be a lot easier to do it like that?
I'm vacuum cleaner. I want to do this.
Show her, but don't take away her enthusiasm for this.
You're never gonna get the whole thing doing it like that. You wanna do that, go around to all the edges. Get all the edges, around all the edges. I get a point for vacuuming.
But I vacuumed.
Mom, where's the praise for Chantal?
I vacuumed.
So did I.
Cheryl, you've forgotten what's important here.
For vacuuming.
I'm really excited to show Cheryl the DVD footage I have here because I feel she's going to learn so much from this experience.
Okay, so let's take a look, Cheryl, and see exactly what we've got here.
We're gonna make a scene with our poster paper.
I will make a monkey. The monkey.
Raise your hand if you had fun doing that activity.
I didn't. Me.
Got creative. A productive afternoon.
Yeah, that was fun.
You were so relaxed. Keep up the good work, Cheryl. Absolutely fantastic.
Do not hit me. You sit here and think about why we don't hurt people and you don't come and see me until you're ready to say you're sorry to me.
I'm scary.
I'm mean and I'm yelling.
You're fuming. And that's what we see then, is the loss of control. You're annoyed, and when you're annoyed, everything else tenses up. He runs after you. You run. It's a game. And it's about having the self-discipline to be able to put in place the positive techniques that are going to help bring out a positive result.
Mom, can I vacuum?
Yeah, make sure the floor is cleared up first. Why are you doing it like that? Would it be a lot easier to do it like
What's she trying to do? What's she trying to show you?
that she can do her chores and earn a point and God, I look so negative. I get a point for vacuuming.
But I vacuumed. But I vacuumed. But I vacuumed.
So did I. God, I'm awful. Oh my God. I didn't even give her credit for what she did.
You went, I vacuumed as well. I did as well.
God, I'm a child. So we each get a point? No. We get 1 combined point for vacuuming.
This mummy here needs someone to know exactly how hard she's trying. Doesn't she? So you're empowering the children to start doing stuff for themselves, but you've got to give them that head start. You've got to let them feel good about it. And emotionally, it is tough, and it is challenging, and it's bloody hard work. But we can say bye-bye to that woman if you like. And we can close the DVD, and we can get up from here, and we can change that.
Joe had me close the lid on the DVD and say goodbye to that Cheryl. I am so ready to say, let's go, let's make this, let's turn this around in a positive way.
Okay, give me a hug.
You need a hug, girl.
Coming up on Supernanny, Joe doesn't like what she sees.
You just sit on the thinking bond. You need to listen to me. Chantel.
And what do you need to say to Mummy?
Will she have time to get the job done?
You sure you can't stay the rest of the week?
When Supernanny returns.
We're gonna clean up, and we're gonna take baths, and we're gonna read stories. Okay.
Mum was prepping the children for bath time,
Okay, Chantel,
but Chantel was making it difficult for everyone.
I need you to sit on the thinking bond and think about what's been going on tonight.
Chantel repeatedly ignores her mum, and she got off from that thinking pond before she even had a chance to think.
You need to listen to me. Chantel.
Okay, what I'm recognising with Chantel is a circle of confrontation with you, a vicious circle that needs to be broke. And it does mean that you're going to have to be authoritative and take charge.
Chantel's not getting away with this. She needs to realise that her behaviour is totally unacceptable.
Mummy's doing bath time now, and then afterwards she's going to do story time, and everybody's going to get a chance to tell the stories again. Do you remember how great that was for you? What are you going to do today so that you can get up from that thinking pond?
Behave.
And what do you need to say to Mummy?
I'm sorry.
Exactly. You see, you do know it. All right, so if you want to go and change that, let's go and see that happen.
I'm sorry.
You gonna listen to Mommy now? All right, well, it's time for you to take a shower. Chantel gets a point for putting her stuff away. Nicholas gets a point for putting his stuff away. And Caleb gets a point for putting his stuff away. And you...
Elijah was keeping his teammate 1 point away from earning a reward.
1 more point to spin the dial. These are Elijah's boots right here. They go in the boot bucket, and they know that.
But Caleb, he wasn't going to settle for 9 points.
Roger, go put your boots away. No. I want more points to spin the wheel. Then you won't get a point.
Right, we've got Caleb encouraging his brother now. Well, that's how it happens. You're in a big family, so we want the older ones to play a part, and they do influence the younger ones as well. That's the dynamic of your family. That they'll look up to the older ones, and the older ones will set an example for the younger ones.
Mama, I put my boot away.
Really? Let's see. Where'd they go?
In a boot bucket.
In the boot bucket. Good job, Elijah.
Why did you give me a point?
You want me to give you a point?
Well done, Caleb, for helping teamwork.
Good job.
It was very heartwarming to see Caleb step up and help his brother so they could achieve 10 points.
Elijah, come and have a look and see what Mummy's going to do.
This family's really starting to come together.
You got 10 points. You got 10 points.
It was the most excited that I've seen the children since I've arrived, and they just felt a sense of pride and accomplishment, just so what this family needed.
Good job, Taylor.
Oh, look. That's lovely, Chantal. Do you know what's really good to see you giving your brother a hug because he's achieved that?
I think this time Caleb should spin the dial first because he's the oldest and he's been working very hard getting points and encouraging you, okay? So let's all watch Caleb spin the dial. A restaurant. All right, we need to get the phone and make some plans. Yay! I was so amazed after Caleb got to take his spin, you know, that it was such a positive environment that all the kids were like group hug and it's like, wow, this is awesome. Yeah. And then they had to go and find him with a flashlight.
Eyes. And with the flashlight.
When I first walked into this house, it was a complete shambles. The children were fighting all the time.
Kiss.
Sleep tight. But now they're working together as a team, and they seem a lot happier. Sleep tight, okay? Time for me to go.
You sure you can't stay the rest of the week? I really would love to.
And it's not...
Sleep in my bed. I'll take the couch. Joe has given me the ability to grab a piece of confidence within myself.
I want to say how I'm tremendously proud of your strength, of your courage. And I don't want you to forget any of those, because single parents feel that they're not being heard and that they feel isolated and very alone. And you're not alone.
Joe has given me direction and a leg to stand on.
Very proud of you.
With the different techniques and rules to make that grow. Can anybody talk her into coming back?
I feel good leaving Cheryl because I feel that she's gained so much confidence in being able to raise her 5 children now. The single mum, she's gonna be all right.
Joe brought a big chunk of hope into our house and has shown me that I have the ability to make our family a happier and healthier one. I didn't realize I was so angry. I don't want to be that way, and I don't have to be that way. I'm more than ready to be the mom that they deserve to have.
This is going to be you, Mama.
Chantel's showing me little signs that we could have a relationship that I'd almost given up hope on. All the things that I dreamed of doing with my daughter.
1, 2.
Caleb and Nicholas both are really responding.
Right, good job.
She helped Mommy make new rules. I like the rules.
Hitting is not okay, and we don't hurt one another.
Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, Jojo.
There's hope and a positive future for me and for my kids. I'm very grateful to Joe. Thank goodness she came.
See, look, I'm a princess. My name is Chantel. I like fun to make cheer on me.